What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and it is our last Kiss album in the Kiss discography review series. We are talking Monster today, baby. And then following this, I will be ranking every single Kiss album, so subscribe, like, hit the notification bell so you can keep up with it. You hear a washing machine in the background? I apologize, because this has been a rough album to record for some reason. This is my third attempt at doing this. The first time my computer turned off. The second time my mic was off. So this is my third time running through this list. So if it sounds a little stale, or you hear a washing machine, or whatever, I apologize. I'm recording it last minute. I thought I had it all good to edit. Turns out recorded zero audio. So I'm rushing to get this one in so I can get it edited and up so you can watch this right now. And I will say right out the gate, this album is one that I really do like. I like Sonic Boom and I like Monster. Some people love him. I wouldn't say love him, but some people really enjoy him. Some people really hate him, especially people taking over other iconic makeups and stuff like that. I think this is straightforward rock and roll like Sonic Boom was, but this one, unlike Sonic Boom, my only downfall with this album was that it all sounds the same. Like, every song sounds exactly the same. When I put it on, I was driving on the road for couple hours, so I had time to listen to full albums, and this is one that I put on so I could do the review, and it was tough to differentiate every song because they all kind of just have the same sound and vibe throughout the entire album. So coming in last place, number 12 is Freak. Not really much to say about it. I don't think it's a terrible song. It's by no means their worst song, but it just does nothing for me. There's nothing resonating with it, good or bad. It's just kind of there. Number 11, All for the Love of Rock and Roll. I like that Eric gets to sing. I like his voice first off, but I like when the band kind of spreads the wealth and lets other people sing. It's a softer song compared to the rest of the album. I already touched on that. I think the album is just sounds the same. This is the only one that kind of differentiates a little bit and is kind of smoother. There's one or two songs on this album that don't necessarily fall into the blanket of the rest of the album, but the majority of the album kind of has the same vibe. This song is one that does not. Number 10, Take Me Down Below. Old style Kiss lyrics, which I like, but it did feel weird knowing how old they were when this came out and they're talking about getting her wet and these things. I don't know. That might not be a deal for anybody, but for some reason, I guess they're always kind of making innuendos and stuff, but like some lines in this song were kind of just really crass, and it just kind of came off as weird, but not terrible. Number 9, Hell or Hallelujah. Not my favorite song on the album, obviously, but I've said this about Kiss throughout the entire review series. I think they are phenomenal getting a song to start an album off and get the energy right, and this is yet another time that they did that. This song lets you know you're back in for some straightforward rock and roll. You're not getting a gimmick, you're not getting this, you're not getting that. You're getting the music that Kiss makes. If you like Kiss, you'll like this. If you don't, you won't. We're not trying to frill it up. We're not trying to market it. We're not trying to, this is for you. We're making our songs. Here you go. And that's really what this album was, and this song showed that. Number 8, Last Chance. All around decent song. Good Paul performance. It's got a fun little pop vibe to it as it gets going. Number 7, Shout Mercy. Another good Paul performance, and it is kind of catchy with it in the background when they do the woo-hoos and stuff. It has a way that it just rolls. It kind of gets stuck in your head. Number 6, Back to the Stone Age. This is a really high energy song, and it's a fun song. It's just got good energy, good vibes. It's what you want in Kiss, I think. It's just a good time. Everyone really sounds tight in this song when they play. Everyone's really kind of firing on all cylinders. Number 5, Wall of Sound. Great riff. This has such a solid riff, and I think that's what put this song so high, is that it's nothing spectacular vocally, lyrically, anything like that, but the riff is chunky, and it's got kind of a groove as the song goes on. It's a very groove-heavy song, and it's really cool and fun to hear. Number 4, The Devil Is Me. Very strong Gene, probably his strongest song on the album, and I like the darker lyrics, the darker imagery, the darker vibe. Usually it's party songs or this, that. This one kind of has a little more introspective, a little darker. Maybe he's a little older with wisdom and thoughts and views on the world, and so he's maybe able to take that inside and kind of mull it around and come out with this darker song. I really liked it. Number 3, Eat Your Heart Out. Has a Shock Me style riff that sounds kind of cool, that really low-end bend that he does, and it has a kind of 80s harmony and feel to it, like an 80s glam band would have when they're singing together, especially when the song kicks off. It had very strong 80s vibes, and I thought it was a fun song for the album. Coming in at number 2, Out of This World. Again, I like when they spread the wealth, so I like the fact that Tommy gets to sing a song. It's a very simple song, very simple chorus, very simple everything, but they played so tight and executed it so well. And that's one thing Kiss does so good. They have songs where they get out there in the 80s that are fast and crazy. They have other songs that are poppy or other songs that are really heavy. When Kiss just keeps it simple, stupid, kind of fit the acronym, and they just play. They are so tight with each other that it's always a good time if you are a Kiss fan, and this proves it. But number one, Long Way Down, and the reason I like this one so much is the lyrics have a flow that is so good. Like the end of each verse kind of takes its time to get going, line after line. It just slowly takes its time, just building and building and building. So you get to this chorus, pretty powerful, but the way they leave you hanging on after every line of the verse, I think it encapsulated everything they wanted to do in this album and really put it on display. So that's my ranking of Monster for the third time. I really hope that it came out good. If this audio is bad or you hear my clothes in the background, which I normally wouldn't have that going, but I realized too late that I had no audio. So I had to make do with what I had, so I apologize if the quality is bad, but we are done with Kiss. We just have to rank these albums, and you can check that episode out, coming out next Monday. So like, subscribe, all that good stuff, guys. See where I put these albums on the tier list. You can even guess in the comments down below what order you think my tier list is going to be. See who gets closest. See who can get it. It's going A, B, C, D, F. See if you can nail it, guys. Thank you for the love and support. I will see y'all on Monday. Peace.